Brianna's Bananas Cooking Show. Here we go!
Howdy ho, neighborinos, it's Brianna. Today I have another Simpsons recipe for you out of my Simpsons cookbook. We are gonna make Marge's pretzels from her pretzel wagon. There was an episode where she bought a franchise to try to compete with her friends, and she bought a pretzel franchise, so she started making them. She brought them to a large baseball event to try to sell them. She was giving them out. Everyone started throwing the pretzels. So hopefully they won't be that bad for you to throw them. So we're gonna try to make these. We're gonna make some plain, just salt ones, and then I'm gonna make some like pepperoni cheese ones, and we're gonna dip them in some cheese. I could have made my own cheese sauce, but nothing compares to nacho cheese. I was also gonna make like some cinnamon sugar ones, but that might have been like overboard, but you guys get the idea. You can make them into like different flavors and stuff. Have them as you like. So, if you like pretzels, come with me and let's get started. Let me put my apron on. Okay, let's scoot you over here and let's get started. Okay, so I'm starting off with 3/4 of a cup of warm water in this bowl. You can barely see it because they're both clear. So we got 3/4 cup of warm water. We got my sugar. This is 2 teaspoons of sugar. Dump that in here. Some salt, a teaspoon of salt. Just gonna do like that. So mix these together fast. I got some yeast. There was this like rapid rise kind, and there was like just active dry yeast, and it said original. So, and this one says you don't have to dissolve it in water, but I wasn't sure. So I just grabbed the fast kind. So we'll see if this messes everything up. I'm gonna put one of these packets in here. And let it sit for 5 minutes. Okay, not sure if it's been 5 minutes, but it's been a few. Here's my yeasty water. So I got 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I'll put that in there. 3 cups of flour. There's 1 cup. There's 2 cups. It's starting to come together, but we need another cup. There's 3. I've never made pretzels before, but I've always wanted to. And I keep like doing recipes that I've never done before on my cooking show. I have been practicing a few recipes, so maybe I'll do those soon. But it's fun to try new things, you know? And then once you try it, you know how to do it, and then you're like, man, that was easy. I can make pretzels all the time, because I love pretzels. Okay, so we gotta add a little bit of water at a time, a little bit of warm water, until this dough comes together. You can use your stand mixer if you have it. But, for my sake today, traveling over to Dustin's, I didn't bring my mixer. So it's just by hand today. Okay, this is starting to stick together. So let me just kind of work this with my hands a little bit. This is actually pretty sticky, so I'm gonna add some more flour once I get this stuff off my hands. Sprinkle some on here. Okay. So I'm just like folding it, turning it, folding it, pressing it, turning it, folding it, pressing it. So it all sticks together. It's one nice pretzel dough. It says for 7 minutes in the book. I'm not sure how you know it's done kneading, but we'll just do this for a few minutes. Put a tad bit more flour. Just a tiddly bit. Okay, you think it's been 7 minutes? Probably not, but I mean, we have a dough. Slap it and it stays together, it's a dough. So let me put this back in here. I'm gonna cover it with like a tea towel or something and then let it sit for 45 minutes, and it's supposed to double in size. And then we're gonna take it out, cut it into 8 pieces, and then we can twist our little pretzels, and then we gotta let them sit another 5 minutes, top them, and bake them. So let me let this sit for the first time, 45 minutes. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. It's been a little over 45 minutes. I just put a cutting board over it while it was resting. So it's gotten pretty big now. I'd say it doubled, maybe even thrupled in size. So I'm gonna preheat the oven to 450. This is lightly oiled. So I'm going to get this out of here. Okay. So now we gotta divide it into 8 pieces. Let me start by cutting it in half. Whoops. Cut these into quarters. And I'll cut these quarters in half. Okay, so now I have 8 pieces. So I actually have to let these rest 5 more minutes on this countertop. So while this is resting, I'm gonna scoochie this on over. Take my clean bowl. So this has to be 1 cup of boiling water, so I'm just gonna microwave it a few minutes until that's boiling. And then we add 2 tablespoons of baking soda to the water. We're gonna take one of these little triangles, roll it out and do a long line. It's supposed to be 30 inches. And then we're gonna twist it up, dunk it in our baking soda water, and then let that drain. We're gonna get these ready. I found a sill pat at the thrift store. It was like $3. I had to get it. It was like still wrapped up in plastic. It's brand new. So I got 2 pans. This parchment on here. How is this? This is boiling. That was just like a minute and a half. Okay. 2 tablespoons baking soda. Ooh. It's bubbling. It's having a reaction. Let's stir this up in here. Oh my gosh. That's fun. Let's bring this back. Let's move some of these out of the way a little bit. Okay, I got one of my little triangles. Start to roll this out. So I don't have like a 30-inch yardstick or whatever, but this thing is like 6 inches. So you can kind of go by that, I guess. Let's just go by that. So let's see roughly what this is. 6, 12, 18. It's gotta be so much longer than this. As I'm like rolling this out though, it's got little pockets of air, which is kind of fun to squish. Just kind of help it out by like stretching it a little. Okay, so this looks pretty long, right? Let's go with that. It said make it in a U shape. We're gonna cross it over once, twist it, and then bring it down. Press it on the bottom. And now it's a pretzel! It's a pretzel! It's a pretzel! It's exciting. So, let's put these out on my little baking sheets. We'll go with the next one. So let me just do this off camera and I'll come back and I'll show you my little pretzels on my cookie sheets and then we'll top them. Okay, so I'm here rolling my last one. I figured out it's a little bit better to have it, keep it kind of oiled on your board, keep your fingers a little bit oiled. You can stretch this out a little bit easier. I did rip one, so be careful, don't rip it, but it did easily just like press back into itself. So I've been rolling it out pretty far and then kind of taking it, gently stretching it in the air. And then I do my little twisties and push them together, push them all together. And there's that. Take them, put them in the baking soda. Make sure it's all covered. Drain it. Put it on here. And then it's supposed to rest 10 minutes. But this tray's been sitting a little bit while I've been rolling these other ones out, so I might just like start topping those right now after I'm done with these. I don't know about you guys, but when I was going to high school, at lunchtime, there was like the regular lunch line where you get regular lunch, and then there was like a little cart over to the side where they had like soft pretzels and like pizza slices and like little snackies like chips and Oreos or whatever. And I would always go to that one and get a soft pretzel with cheese. That was like my favorite lunch for high school. And it was like $2, I think, $2 to $5. It was worth it for me. Those are so delicious. So I hope these turn out as good as those. So these have been sitting a little bit. I gotta get my egg out of the fridge. I just need the egg yolk. Actually, I don't really need this fork because I have this little brush. Just gonna break it, swirl it around. And this is what gives it that like golden brown color. And you can stick your salt or whatever else you're gonna stick to it, to the top of it. So let's just paint all these. A little egg wash. Okay. So those are covered. Should we do the first ones as just salt, or should we do the pepperoni? Let's do the pepperoni ones. I have this Italian cheese. Don't go too crazy with the cheese. I should have brought my Italian seasoning. It's one of my favorite seasonings.
I got some.
Oh, Dustin has some. Okay. Yay, Dustin to the rescue with the Italian seasoning. Sprinkle a little bit on each one. I'm excited for these ones. Pepperoni. Guess I'll do like 6 on each one. Is that overload? No, it's never overload when it comes to pepperoni. What am I talking about? Pepperoni for me. And one for the pretzel. Just kind of press them in here so they hopefully stick to the pretzel. Okay, I'm excited for these pizza ones. Let me switch these around. And let me paint these ones, put some salt on them, and we'll put them in the oven. Oh, big old glob, oh my gosh. Grab my salt. Hopefully it works with the pink salt. It's kind of coarse. I could have got some like coarse sea salt or whatever, pretzel salt. Salt. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, and it's gonna be 13 minutes, and then we're gonna try them. I'm super excited. Okay, be back. Okay, look at how yummy these look. Oh my gosh.
Glistening pepperoni.
Glistening salt. I'm so excited to try one.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know which one. I should try one of each.
I was trying to
Ooh,
On the plate, I guess.
that had a nice crack when I ripped it. It's got a nice crunch on the
yeah,
outside.
cheese.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, very crispy.
Mmm, still toasty warm.
Yeah.
Smells like a pretzel. Mmm, crunchy.
Oh, that's crispy.
Mmm.
Really extra pepperoni on it.
It's fluffy. I might have cooked it like 30 seconds over. It's a little bit crunchy.
Okay.
Maybe it's because this one was on parchment and the other one was on a silpat. I don't know if that has to do with anything. Let me rip this up.
Could be because the pepperoni made the other one softer. To add it to more to cook.
It's a little bit dark on the bottom of this, but. Mmm. This one's so much better.
The pepperoni one?
With the cheese and the seasoning and the pepperoni. And you dip it in more cheese. Mmm. What do you guys think? You
Yeah,
like
fill
it?
up.
No.
Seasoned just right.
Just right.
And the cheese complements it. Cheese sauce.
You want to try
Always.
the regular ones?
Yeah.
You guys like mustard? There's a kitty on the counter. You want some pretzels?
Yeah. She eats all our food all the time.
Dip them in some mustard.
Okay.
Take these out hiking with you and have a pretzel snack or something. I don't know.
A little Ziploc bag.
Yeah. It's like a pizza slice in a bag, but a pretzel. All right, well, cool. I'm glad these came out.
Yeah, they're great.
Thanks, Pretzel Wagon from The Simpsons. I love your pretzels. Cool. So try this for yourself sometime. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and share with your friends. And thanks for subscribing already and watching all my videos. I really appreciate it. All right. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.